I wake up and the first thing I feel is like a really sharp pain in my foot. And I look at my foot and I'm just like, oh my God, this is crazy. My name is Matthias Dandois. I'm from Paris, France, and I'm a BMX professional rider. I won the World Championships 8 times. This is the story of when I got a staph infection in my ankle right before shooting my first feature film, and I nearly lost the role. We are in Marseille, south of France. We are having a big competition on the beach. The sun was going down and a DJ was playing some sick tunes. It didn't really feel like a contest, it was just like a big aperitif, with BMX. And one of the most famous director and actress in France is at the event, Axel Lafont. And after the competition, she comes up to me and she says, yeah, I'm doing the casting for my next movie. I think you would be great for one of the main roles. And I'm like, whoa, okay, that sounds fun. And then she said, I think that would be great if you could come and do the casting in Paris. So I show up to the casting. It's pretty much like an office room near the Champs-Élysées in Paris. Yeah, this place had no soul. I don't like this place in my head. This is a bad place. And Axel, the director, is here, and the director of casting is here. And she put on the camera and then beep. And then I'm like, whoa, this is weird. Like I'm actually acting, and the first time I did it, it didn't feel natural at all. And the second time, it didn't feel natural at all. The third time was worse. And at the end of the casting, they both look at me like, yeah, it was okay, we call you back. And I'm like, wow, that was terrible. I go back for the casting. So I'm here in the same room with the dad cam and the tripod. And the director of casting, I know she f***ing hates me. And I think I did pretty well on that second casting. And a few weeks later, Axel called me and they say, yeah, you got the role. You will start filming in 2 months. And I'm like, what the f***? I'm gonna have one of the main roles in the feature film. But Axel was like, yeah, I think he would be a great. He just has to practice a little bit. So she told me to take some comedy classes and then to come back. So like 2 months of comedy classes. I was meeting with that coach in my apartment. She had short hair. She was smoking a lot of cigarettes. And she trained some of the best actors in France. And we were working on my body posture to learn the lines. All I've done my whole life is ride BMX. And you obviously use your brain to learn a script. So that was a lot of lessons, a lot of effort, a lot of frustration. But at the end, I felt ready for the movie. After that, we do a lot of meetings with the production. And the production, they look at me in the eye. They say, we know you're a BMX rider. We trust you, don't get injured. We need you for the movie now. Everything is rolling and we are spending a lot of money on that movie, so we trust you. I'm like, yeah, fine, like, we're good. But I have like a competition in New Orleans. So I go there and I'm like, this is a competition, I gotta win. So I ride the competition and I crash on my foot and I twist my ankle between the floor and the tire. The skin just go like. As soon as I crash, I think about the movie. I don't think about the competition, I think about the movie. I'm like, oh. But somehow, like, it doesn't really hurt. So I ride a competition and I end up winning the competition with my sore foot. And after that, I have to go back to France to shoot the movie. Going to the first day of the movie, and I'm alone in my room. And I didn't really sleep really good that night because the stress. And I wake up and the first thing I feel is like a really sharp pain in my foot. And I look at my foot and it's like I have an elephant foot and it's red and it hurts, like it's crazy. And I can't walk and I'm freaking out. But I'm like, okay, it's okay. I'm just gonna pretend everything is fine. So I just get ready normally, put my shoes, like my shoes was just like she didn't want to fit. And yeah, I go down for going on the movie set. A movie set is crazy. It was, I think, 70 people that day, 4 big cameras, whole crew running around. And the first scene we shot, we are on that little boat. And a boat is really unstable. And my ankle is killing me like on the boat. I'm just like, And Axel, she noticed. She looks at me and she says, what's wrong with you? act normal. And I removed my shoe. And the face she made when she looked at my foot was, I will remember all the time. Like, whoa, dude, we gotta go to the hospital right now. Your foot is looking bad. She drove me herself to the hospital. Go to the hospital, and the intern, he looks at my foot, he looks at me, and say, hold on. He calls like a couple of people, and now there's like 3 people with masks in the room and just looking at my foot. They call a doctor, and the doctor looks at me and say, dude, your foot is so infected. And they say, okay, you're gonna stay here 3 days. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna open your foot, surgery. I'm just like, oh my God, this is crazy. And at 5:30 a.m., the nurse comes, she gave me a razor, and she tells me to shave my whole leg off. Half of my leg is shaved, the other one still has hairs. Most of the red was gone, but now I have like a massive pimple. Imagine the biggest pimple you've ever had. Like, I'm touching it and it's all like... It was disgusting. The surgeon comes into the room, they put an anesthetic into my leg, and he said, all right, I'm gonna touch your ankle, and I don't think you're gonna be able to feel anything. And he touches, and I'm like, dude, I feel your finger like normal. And he says, yeah, that's what I feared. Said there is so much pus into the ankle that I cannot put like the anesthetic. We can put as much as you want, and you're not gonna feel the anesthetic. So I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to like cut you open with no anesthesia. And what he said, he had a crazy Italian accent in French. And he said, grab your t-shirt in your mouth and you know, it's gonna be fine. I said, okay. So he cuts my ankle with a scalpel, like, and then he pressed, and I nearly fainted. The pain was so hard that I bit through my t-shirt, like, I still have that t-shirt, has a hole in it. And like, I see the eyes of the nurse, and she's like freaking out. And I'm like, but after he does that, my ankle is feeling so much better. That day, like, I'm going back to the set, and it's the worst walk of shame I've ever done in my whole life. It's like 5 days later, the BMX guy that ruined the whole beginning of the movie comes back. What's up, guys? And they say, all right. So this is the scene we're gonna shoot this morning. And this is one of the love scenes in the movie. And I'm like, fantastic. So I'm like, okay. And so I'm freaking out. And I talked to the actress. And one of the advice she told me was, yeah, just pretend that I'm dead. And I'm like, what? She, yeah, just pretend that I'm dead. No worries, just go for it. I'm like, okay. Great advice, thank you. It's not creepy at all. Action. We do the scene, and it's a bunch of people in that hut, and I'm butt naked with my shaved leg and my big foot, and that girl is really hot. We shot the scene, and I think everybody is really pleased with how I did. The movie got on Netflix, and we were top 3. We had the premiere in Paris, in Opera, and it was insane. Like red carpet, all the photographer you can think of, and my whole family was here, and it was an insane experience. I definitely stayed in touch with Axel. She still hasn't called me for her next movie, but maybe she just lost my email. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe.